Morning and welcome back to the channel, Live and Trek Go Cycling. Today is Friday the 29th of September. It's 25 to 9 in the morning, and at the time of filming this, as you can see from behind me, I'm still in Majorca. There is quite a somber tone to today's video because it's all about what happened to that yesterday while I rode up Puig Major. I mentioned on the video yesterday that I had an adverse incident involving the bike. I was fine, I didn't fall from it, but the bike was damaged. It happened when I was up near to Blau, taking photographs of the bike near the lake. The bike was propped up against a concrete wall with the lake in the background, and I was trying to take a photograph of the bike in the foreground with that lovely scenery in the background. And I didn't position the bike properly and it fell, and it's badly scratched one of the chain stays, which I'll show you in a minute. So the purpose of this video, every cloud has a silver lining, as they say, is I wanted to document the incident that caused the damage and what I've done to repair it. So if this goes according to plan, by the time you see this video, the bike should have been repaired. It should be back in my possession and it should be looking as good as new. Fingers crossed. We'll take a look at the damage next, I think. And you can see here is the seat post, and if I slowly pan down this seat stay, you'll see, let me try and get my finger in shot. They start here and slowly run down here. That's the biggest one possibly, and then some small ones here, and then the lowest one is just here. And the company that I've chosen to get the bike repaired are a company called Target Composites. I think I've got that right. They're obviously a UK based company, and they're based in Northwich in Cheshire, and they are a specialist repairer of carbon fibre bike frames. It's now several days later, and as you can see from the grey, dull, overcast weather through the windows, I'm back in the UK, back home. The bike has in the meantime been taken to a mechanic that I know, who's stripped it down just to the bare frame. Everything's been taken off it, and tomorrow I'm taking it up to Northwich to where the company Target Composites are based, and I'm going to leave it with them to repair. Their turnaround time is estimated at being 2 weeks from the time of drop off, so all being well, after I've dropped it off with them tomorrow, the next time I see it, it should be fully repaired and restored to its former glory. So I've got my fingers crossed. Bike up from the mechanic. The frame is in the boot, and we're off to Northwich to the bike hospital. We'll be there in 50 minutes. Wednesday the 1st of November.
quarter to 9 in the morning, and we're en route to pick up the bike from Target Composites. The paint job was finished on the 26th of October, a few days ago. The 26th was the estimated date that they actually gave me to repair, and I could have picked the bike up on that date, but chose not to. And although I could have picked it up on the 26th, I chose to leave it over the weekend to allow the paint to cure and so on and so forth. They explained that even though the paint job had been completed that day, it shouldn't be taken to the mechanic straight away. It needed half a week to a week to be left alone in a warm, dry place to allow the paint to cure. Morning.
Morning. Okay.
Here to pick up the Trek, the red Trek.
Jeff's going to retire for another season. It's the Scouts.
So when you're blending it into the original, you have the issue that you're putting new paint over the original paint and that gets darker. So it's very difficult to.
So there's a real knack in getting the blend, because when you put more.
Head south on Hollands Lane towards Keeper's Lane.
Okay, I'm obviously back home now, and this is the frame on a grey fleece on the dining room floor. I've had a look at the paint job outside in good daylight, and it looks, to my eye, absolutely perfect. The original sparkle effect, which is evident throughout the frame, they've managed to replicate in the repaired areas, and I can see no difference whatsoever to where the damage was on this seat stay than how the paint looks on the undamaged seat stay on the non-drive side. And let's see if we can have a close-up view. This is the side-by-side comparison shot, starting from the top at the seat post and slowly scrolling down the drive side seat stay. You can see none of the original marks or scratches at all. Good colour blend. So some final few words on the company themselves, Target Composites. Would I recommend them? Yes, I would, without any shadow of a doubt. If you've got a bike which you've damaged and you're looking for a professional, cost-effective, trustworthy company to repair it, to look after it, you won't go far wrong with this company. I've jotted down some notes here covering a few points in relation to the company that I'd like to cover. The first one is correspondence. I emailed them initially on the 28th of September. I think it was the day of the ride up to Puig Major when I damaged the bike, and they emailed me back the very same day. So their initial email correspondence was very quick. In fact, it couldn't have been quicker. And in that first email, they gave me a positive reply. I emailed them photographs of the bike, and their first response to me was, "Peter, we think we can help you with this," which was good. I had regular correspondence with them, whether it was via telephone or via email. Touching on the staff for a moment, I found them to be professional. They were helpful whenever I rang and asked them a particular question, or whether I could do this or whether I could do that. They were accommodating. They worked with me and not against me, which not every company does these days. And for me, that's a plus. Lastly, on the subject of price, they initially quoted me between, I think it was it £210 and £300, and I was pleasantly surprised when the final bill came through of £240. I was expecting it to be closer to £300, and that evidenced to me that the company weren't ripping me off. They didn't automatically try to charge me towards the top of the estimate. In fact, it was closer towards the bottom. I've never taken my bike to be repaired by any other company, so I really haven't got a great deal of experience with regards to how their prices compare with other companies. But I didn't find the price that they quoted me too expensive. I thought it was reasonable. And on the quality of their work, I really couldn't fault it. They'd done work previously on my wife's bike, and that was first class. So all in all, I am more than satisfied with the quality of work that Target Composites did for me. And I have no doubt that if I'm ever unfortunate enough to damage the bike again, I won't hesitate to take it back to this company.